Good day to all you glorious Rascallion Resonators. The name is FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves, and wherever you're at, I'm hoping you're having a terrific day. So, in today's video, the topic of interest today, we're going to be discussing the supposed, Wuthering Waves struggle. That Wuthering Waves to some people is still dying, and they're using the gotcha revenue site to try to determine, hey, Wuthering Waves is dying. So let's discuss it, if you don't mind. Take a seat at the bar, grab yourself something cold to drink, and let's get into the video. So, Wuthering Waves apparently is struggling from few people that I have had conversations with over Discord and some comments and some videos I've seen here and there. And people are talking about, oh, the reason for this is because Wuthering Waves was having a struggle fest because originally, back in the month of July, for the global side of Wuthering Waves, we had $13 million in China. It was 16 million, I believe, and all of a sudden it had a large drop, apparently to a lot of people, to where 13 million for global market went down to 8 million. And then the 16 million in China went down to 5.5 million in terms of revenue. And people are trying to use this as a way to say, hey, Wuthering Waves is dying. It's losing interest. People don't like the game. The game's going to be short-lived. Blah, 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 blah. Well, there's a bunch of different reasons why this has happened. And I'm pretty sure that anyone who has any common sense would understand this, and you don't need to watch this video because you should already know the answer of why, the month of August was pretty crappy in terms of revenue for Wuthering Waves. And I'm going to even say it like this. It's not just Wuthering Waves that got affected by this. It's also, you can see that ZZZ, Zenla Zone Zero also had a similar situation, and we'll discuss that in a little bit. But what for Wuthering Waves could be a cause and effect for the revenue to drop? Well, let's start off with, first and foremost, the game itself. The game itself, let's be honest, with 1.2's most recent update being here, Wuthering Waves, well, let's put it this way. The update for Wuthering Waves 1.2 was not that good of an update. It was a decent, event, with the Moonlight Festival and everything. But so far, it's a little bit of a lackluster, It's take it or leave it. You basically could totally miss 1.2 if you're not interested in Zay, Shay, or Yao for characters and be perfectly fine. You're not missing anything. You could be focusing your time on something else. And that is what I honestly believe is truly the real reason why the revenue was so bad so far. Okay? And it's to be expected. I think it's to be completely expected, not something that just came out of left field. So with that, we had Zay Shay's release. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, and I'm pretty sure I could, say this for a lot of people, because I've seen the comments in older videos that I did about Zay Shay, that a lot of people were going to bypass the character, that they weren't that actually interested in her. And you know what? That's justifiable. The character is really not a character that was a hyped up character, to be completely honest. She is good, don't get me wrong. Is she the best? Absolutely not. She is a character that was bypassable. There was no hype generated behind Zay Shay. Even her story was a little bit lacking, let's be completely honest, and a lot of people were not interested in the character whatsoever. So right there, for even someone like myself who, you know, looked at the character and said, I'm not even going to bother to, you know, summon additionally for the character. I'm just going to go ahead and get at least one copy of her, one copy of her weapon, just to do a showcase and be done, just to have it. But you know, that's the ability that I have compared to other people who, you know, don't have that kind of financing to actually do something like this. So you know what they're doing? They're saving all their asteroids and everything because Scar's coming, Shorekeeper's coming, characters that are actually, you know, being hyped up, that people really want to play, they really want to have. They're saving all of their revenue per streams pretty much for those characters. They're hyped. They're going to be coming. So yeah, this month so far for August was a little bit lackluster. You know, it was just, yeah, it's a okay update, okay character release, not really something to be bothered with. We also had competition issues. So what I mean by that is that Genshin Impact 5.0 was announced of when it was going to be releasing, which was like August 20th or something. And again, you have to think of it like a player. If you are a person that's been waiting to play the new Genshin update and you're just playing WutheringWaves for a short time period, you know, just long enough so that way you have something to do, so you're putting some money into it, and then all of a sudden you know that, okay, this month this game's going to be coming out, this update's going to be coming out for Genshin. A lot of those players, you know, they're not going to be spending money on WutheringWaves. They're going to be saving that money for when the update's going to come out for Genshin 5.0, because that is their actual main game. So competition wise, hey, we lost people because they wanted to save their money to put into the new Genshin update. Makes perfect fucking sense. So we can already determine the two main factors of all this is that the game itself for 1.2 was not really a hype update. In fact, I even said it several times. I consider it more of a filler update. You know, it just, there's no new area. Characters a little bit lackluster. There's no real hype generated behind this update. The hype that we're having right now is for 1.3. The hype that we're having is going to be either for 1.4 or 2.0 when, you know, hopefully Scar gets released. And then those are going to be the time, that's going to be the time where you're going to see the revenue of WutheringWaves go back up. Otherwise, this was completely to be expected. Is this going to kill WutheringWaves? You know, it's like I said before in WutheringWaves motivation, you know, the momentum, is it going to kill the WutheringWaves momentum? No, we're just waiting, just like you wait, you know, other people waited for stuff in Genshin Impact. We're just waiting for the good shit to happen at WutheringWaves, and then you're going to see the revenue go back up again. This is normal gacha history. Like, this is the normal shit that I would see in any gacha game. Like, I made this argument in a live stream yesterday with someone saying that, you know, Pika Combat's dying. What's happening with Pika Combat's revenue is it's almost exactly the same. It's dropping because there's lack of content, stuff like this. You know, when content comes up, guess what's going to happen? The revenue is going to go up. This is all just what it is. And if you really want to go ahead and try to keep this remark up that, oh no, you're wrong, WutheringWaves is dying, well, then I think that we need to take a look at, you know, Zoneless Zero, ZZZ. Because in the month of July, if I'm not mistaken, the Chinese version of this game made $68 million. Global version was like 30-something million. And its August revenue dropped down. I think it was like 16.5 for China, and the global release was 15. I mean, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Let's compare this. You're dropping from 68 million, 30 million down to 16 and 15 million. That's a large fucking drop. Whereas WutheringWaves, you're at 13 and 16 million, and you're dropping like 8 and 5 million. I mean, I would be, if you really want to talk about, you know, revenue, it determines whether or not the end of life of a server of a game is going to be there or whatever. Come on. Let's take a look at ZZZ then. And I guarantee you ZZZ is not dying. And it had a large fucking hit in terms of revenue. Actually, larger than I would have expected. But still, you know, people, like I said, you have Genshin that ended up happening. You have people, you know, that's saving money up for Genshin. And even ZZZ, from people I've talked to, you know, the last update for them was a little bit lackluster, that they're not spending the money. They're waiting to spend the money today on Jane fucking Doe, and you're going to see a fucking upgrade that no one gave a shit about the last update. They give a shit about a fucking mouse. Okay? They give a shit about fucking ass jiggle, not police ass. That's what they give a fuck about. So, yeah. I'm going to say it just simply, just to simply put it like this. If you're looking at gacha revenue to determine whether a game is succeeding or failing, you need to get more than just a month's worth of data. You need to also take a look at what's going on, and then you need to take a look at the future in order to truly determine whether that game is going to be actually considered dead or not. You can't just go ahead and say, oh, the game's going to die because it made less money this month than it did last month. It's a trend. It's business. It happens. Things happen. You know, Genshin update happened, bro. ZZZ was released with WuthringWaves. Things kind of played against WuthringWaves. But is that really going to kill WuthringWaves? No, I don't see Kuro Games, you know, dying. Go ahead and, oh no, WuthringWaves dying. We got to close the game. So shut up with that fucking bullshit. And get ready, because WuthringWaves is going to be still here strong. It's still going to be operating at full function, and you're going to see a turnaround when it comes to revenue, because when true updates are going to happen that, you know, people are hyped for, they're going to spend money. Even for someone like me who loves WuthringWaves, this update, I really didn't spend no damn money in this update because there was no reason to spend no money, because there's nothing hyped about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, because I know that the good shit's coming, and I know that we're all waiting for it. So, give WuthringWaves some time. Stop calling it fucking dead, some of you vocal son of a bitches, and start actually, you know, doing a little bit better research and do a little bit better on providing true information than misinformation. That's all I'm going to say on that topic right there. And to you guys out there, yeah, do you honestly believe WuthringWaves is going to die this fast? Come on. Like I'm going to say like this, WuthringWaves, in my personal opinion, has a good 5 to 6 years before we would even have to consider whether or not it's going to be dead. Simple as that. So, you guys out there, I tell you what, you're a great audience. Thank you so much for being part of the channel, making this little community go on. And yeah. I'm still sick with COVID, so hopefully I didn't do this video too badly. And yeah, I'll check you back out later on. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Comment down below what your thoughts is with the gacha revenue and everything else, and watch me get nailed by a fucking pig. God damn, that was amazing. Alrighty. Well, otherwise than that, guys, keep it classy, keep it jazzy, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.